when I found out my daughter had a severe allergy to the one thing I hated all my life. We told my mother and she laughed too, made jokes about how my baby must have heard me talking about how much I hated coconut oil while she was still cooking inside me, and decided to hate it too. We all laughed and left it at that, at least that's what I thought. My mother and I always had a strained relationship. At best we got along well enough, but we vehemently disagreed on certain issues. Regarding the upbringing of my children, my mother did not interfere. She respected all my decisions, even if she did not always like them. The only thing she continuously nagged me about was the coconut oil story. You see, my girls had very textured and curly hair. It was a bit rough, and my mother always insisted that a little oil would make the curls softer and more defined. I always said no. Now I will tell you what happened on one particular day. I was giving a test to my students that day, and had to stay late on my research at the lab. My husband was at a conference and our babysitter had the flu, so I called my mother to stay with the kids during the day. My son was almost 3 years old and the girls were a year and a half. Visits from my parents at night were not common, but they were also not uncommon. They always returned from these visits very happy and well cared for, so I did not think twice about leaving them with my parents. They talked to me on the phone after lunch. Around 5 p.m., we did a video call. The kids were happy.